How is Uraume alive after 1,000 years? Well, we actually finally got some light shed on this literally today, because today is the release of Volume 25, and coming with that are some official corrections and edits from Gege. We're going to go over all of these changes, which will include the answer to the Uraume question, but obviously I just wanted to give a manga spoiler warning. I won't be showing the panels, nor will I be giving any context around them really, only enough that is necessary. But for you anime onlys, you've been warned. First, let's start with Uraume. So we know that they are from 1,000 years ago. They were alive during the Heian era and they worked with Sukuna. So how is it that they survived 1,000 years to make it to the present? Some of the prevailing theories were, they used their ice technique to cryogenically freeze themselves, or perhaps they are an incarnated sorcerer like many of the others we've seen in the manga. The issue with that, though, is that Uraume existed in the present timeline before Kinjaku used idol transfiguration to awaken the incarnated sorcerers. However, we finally got some light shed on this, because one of the corrections Gege put out was on the panel where Kinjaku is making the rule for when the culling game ends. Now, if you recall, the original rule was the game only ends when everyone is dead except for Suguru Geto and Megami Fushiguro, which are obviously the two vessels that Kinjaku and Sukuna are currently in. The change is that a third name was added, and that third name is Shiori Himi, which is Uraume. So the implication there is that obviously Shiori is the name of Uraume's vessel. So they are indeed an incarnated sorcerer. This still obviously begs some questions, though. One being, how did this happen, since it wasn't the Kinjaku moment? And two, when did this happen? How long has Uraume been in the present, kind of working behind the scenes? In any case, though, it is good to have confirmation that incarnation is the method here. And then there are only two other corrections in volume 25. So one is on the drawings of Mahoraga, Gege forgot to do the chains on the chest, so those were added back in. And the final correction comes from the page where the top half of the panel was Gojo looking rough and the bottom half of the panel was just pure white, but with the text that said, "Is Gojo Satoru about to lose?" Well, now, instead of that being a blank page, there is the faces of all of the students and people watching from the TV room.